Come on, fat old hand, get in there. I could have saved a little bit of money if I'd have just took them off and did that, but I'm like, let's just put some new ones on there and be done with it. Okay. Hey guys, Cody here at Bar 7, and I got the old ranch truck in here today, the old feed truck. This pickup's a 21 model. It's got 103,000 miles on it, and it's starting to growl and grind a little bit. It's time for a set of brake pads, and I'm going to replace the rotors and the pads. I hear the geese. Winter must be over because there's about 150, 200 geese flying around up here circling. There's been 2 different bunches of them come by today, so they're headed back north, so I guess winter must be over. Sorry, come on, adjust to the lights there. There you go. But today, we're going to get started on this old project. I'm going to use my gear wrench tool. I'm actually going to use Clancy's gear wrench toolbox. He has a Mega Mod, and I have a Mega Mod. This is my Mega Mod over here. Absolutely love these things. If you're looking for an affordable option to set up a home garage, or even if you're going to be a full-time mechanic and you're just getting started, these things cost considerably less than their counterparts. And I mean, look, they come fully stocked with a spot for everything so you can keep up with it. So I highly recommend them. Mine is like a 870, I think is what it is. I'm not positive on that, but that's the number of tools it has in it. Clancy's is a little bit smaller. His is like a 640. I actually like his a little bit better, and here's the reason why. I think it's in this drawer. Nope. Where it is. Right here. This is why I like his a little bit better. So this particular Mega Mod has a full set of Torx bits and stuff in it like that. Long ones, short ones, 1/2 inch, 3/8 and 1/4 inch drives in here. So I really like that. Mine doesn't have that. Mine, on the other hand, has a set of what they call their bolt biter bits, which if you have a broken bolt or nut, you can stick that on there and it'll, when you go to loosen, it's biting more on it, all that kind of stuff. Y'all know how that is. But what I like about these things is they're just the organizational aspect of it. I mean, everything has a spot. Everything has got a number on it. Like, hey, this is where your number 7 goes, and all that kind of stuff. So, 1/2 inch, 3/8 and 1/4 inch drive. I mean, that's a nice ratchet. This set right here, guys, I think somewhere around $4,000. I know that's a lot of money, but if you get on there and look at their website, the amount of tools that you're getting in there and a cart it's a good deal. They're lifetime guaranteed. This one's got a power strip on it. Mine does too. Mine's up in the top, but enough about that. I mean, this wasn't supposed to be a gear wrench commercial. I was just telling y'all how much I appreciate them, because I always had just crappy tools as a kid. Like my dad didn't. He had a set of tools like some Craftsman's and stuff that he used on his stuff. But for me, I was just always buying junk here and there, and just what I could afford. And I always told myself, if I ever get to the point where I can have a shop of my own. We didn't have a shop at my house when I was a kid. If I could get a shop, I'm going to have a set of tools in it that are good, because there's nothing like working on something and not having the right tools to do the job, and it's just a pain. So I bought my first gear wrench tools 20 something years ago. It was a set of wrenches, ratcheting wrenches, and I thought, man, that's cool. It's the first time I'd ever seen them. And those wrenches are still in this shop, and we still use them nearly every day. So but with that said, the old feed truck needs a set of shoes put on her, so we're going to do a brake job today. And the girls are gone to, we're having a little VBS reunion today, which means this is something we new for our church. So we always have a VBS, Vacation Bible School, in the summer. And our pastor this year said, hey, I want to start doing some reunions like once a quarter, where we invite those kids and their families back for just like a little one-day deal, like kind of a recap, just kind of go back over their memory verses and all that kind of stuff, just to keep in touch with those folks. So today is that day for this quarter, and the girls are up there decorating the church, making sure they got all the last minute stuff done. Clance's back has been hurting him all week, and he was like, "Man, Dad, my back is really hurting." So I'm like, "I'm not going to make you come out here and help just because number one, I don't listen to you whine and moan, and number two, it's not that big a deal. I mean, we've done a brake job on his truck when we built it, and we'll be doing them on Erica's truck. There's plenty of brake jobs to be done in his lifetime, so." It's a Saturday. He's a high school kid. He needs a little bit of a time to do his own stuff too. So, but I'm going to steal his toolbox today, and we're going to get started. And I guess the first thing we need to do is grab us a jack this front of this pickup up, and we're going to start on the passenger side because there's a little more room over there today, the way I pulled everything in here. So let's get started on that. I'm going to turn the old active track on, where y'all can follow me. So I'm going to turn this toolbox around about right here. I'm probably going to pull it up there a little closer, but I got to get the jack in here. Actually, what I should probably do is this. I should probably put this toolbox over there. No, I probably want it out front, because once I get this one done, well, I don't know. Can't make my mind up. Just decide. Just make a decision, guy. Come on. The jack's going to be in here. Yeah, let's probably put it over here. I'm going to push it back over here, I guess. That way, it'll be I can kind of set it behind me, and I can. What a goober. Act like you done something before, Cody. Come on, get around there. I got too much stuff in this shop, y'all. Clance needs to get in here and get all of his train horns and stuff put in so we can get this out of the way. What I need to do is, I'm going to build me another, not a shop, but a covered, like a pole barn with a cover on it, probably in the next couple of weeks, to get all of this stuff out of here, out of the way, so we have more room to work on stuff. It's not as congested under here, and it'll give me a spot where I can get rid of some of this stuff that's in here too. What I eventually would like to do is go outside here. Come on. What I'd eventually like to do is come out here and pour a slab here and close all this in and make this, I'm not going to say an automotive shop, but more of a shop like that where we can have 2 or 3 vehicles in here working on them at once. Not that once we get through with Erica's truck and we get through with Carl in here, I almost fell down. We get through with Carl, and I get through with Leon here, or Keith Ranch, and I hadn't decided what I'm going to name him, then I really won't need it that much shop, but that's a long ways down the road, so. All right, well, now let's get to it. So I'm going to set y'all right here. And anyways, what I was saying is I'd like to eventually get that taken care of. And then this could just be kind of our fab shop where we work on welding projects and stuff like that. Look how it is. All right. First things first is let's jack the old pickup up. I'm thinking about trading this pickup off in the next couple of weeks or months. Oh, that did not work right there. Because, I mean, I know 103,000 miles ain't a lot of miles, but it's starting to get up there when you get that many miles on it, and as many computers as these things have on them and stuff, it's kind of nice to not have to worry about that. So, all right, that's got it up off the ground. I got my impact right over here. Let's see, I don't know what size that is. I got a 3/4 on here. 3/4 is not right. Put that up. I'm actually grabbing Clancy's impact sockets out of the impact toolbox over here. And let's take these guys. Where I got that set on? Oh, that ain't even on. That ain't even on. Take them off. I didn't have that on the takeoff. Got them on. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I forget one or did I lose one? 8. There we go. All right. I'm gonna grab a tray to put these in. Woo! Lots of brake dust falling out of there, guys. Lots of brake dust. Set you over here out of the way. Oh yeah. So look at that. Look, I mean, those pads are about gone. They're starting to get into the rotor there. This pickup has got one of those monitors on it that says, "Hey, you need to, change your brake pads on the front are at like 30%, and your rear ones are at 60." Usually, you don't have much trouble with your rear ones. They last a good long while. Your front ones, though, go out more often than the rear. So some hay string tied up on that, so got to get that cut loose. But yeah, so I went ahead and bought. You can get your rotor. So if let's see, I'm not a mechanic, guys, so y'all don't crucify me here. But this is your rotor, and then this is where your brake pads are inside of here. And so when you hit the brakes, your brake pads squeeze down on this rotor to stop you. And as your brake pads start to go out, then it starts to get wearing into your rotor here. So the purpose behind doing a brake job is, hey, let's change. In theory, I should have probably changed my brake pads long ago, but you really need to resurface your rotors when you do that, because you don't want to put new brake pads on when the rotors are already beat up like that. Store my local CarQuest, which to me here in Central Texas is called Davidson Auto Parts. If you're ever in Central Texas and need to, I would suggest Davidson's. He'll turn those rotors for you for like $15 a piece, pretty cheap. But I always have to do my stuff at night and on Saturdays, and I really don't have time for this pickup to not, I didn't have time to take everything apart, leave it sitting here in the shop, drive something else to town, take the rotors to town, get them turned and resurfaced, and then all that stuff. I mean, I probably could have made time, I just didn't feel like I wanted to. So, long story short, I just bought new ones. They were like $90 a piece. Not overly expensive, but I could have saved, $75 a piece and done them, if I'd have, come on, fat old hand, get in there. I could have saved a little bit of money if I'd have just took them off and did that, but I'm like, let's just put some new ones on there and be done with it. Okay. Well, guys, that other side about whipped me. And then I got smart and I watched a YouTube video and realized, well, you've been going at it all wrong, you moron. So we're going to start over on this side, and I'm going to show you maybe the right way to do it. There was some avenues that I didn't think about. So first thing let's do is we're going to take the tire off. This is 7/8 is what's over here on this guy. Take these these 8 lug nuts off, and then we'll get it off, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Show you the right way. Come on now, long-winded sucker. Chevrolet, y'all need your butts whipped for putting these stupid kind of lug nuts on here. So Chevrolet takes these things and they've got a little, this outside is not actual chrome. It's not it's not a solid lug nut. This is a cover that goes over it, and they expand and stretch and get junked up on there like that. Man, it's aggravating. It's aggravating. Just make it quick. You're going to save 30 cents a vehicle. I'll pay the extra 30 cents to have a good one on there instead of just junk, guys. I think everybody out there in the world is the same way. I think if you're going to be an engineer and design this kind of stuff, you ought to have to spend 5 years working on anything you think you're going to design before you can ever even go to engineer school. That way, when you get done working on them for 4 or 5 years every day, you'll be like, man, there ain't no way I'm going to do something stupid like that, because then when I got the guy that's working on it, that's just a pain in the rear, you know. We're not going to do that. So, okay. Let's take a look in here. This rotor here is way better than the other one. I'm going to replace it anyways because I already got it. But you can see it's not eat up either side, but we're already got it. We've got the stuff to replace it, so we might as well replace it. The mistake I made on the other side, guys, yeah, y'all mark that down. I said the mistake I made is on this caliper right here. You can take this bolt right here, and then there's another one right here off, and then this whole cover comes off, and then you can easily get to the pads that are under there. Old Frederick just rolled up. Okay, so the reason I've got this wheel turned this direction, y'all, is so that we can get to all these bolts and stuff. There's where that little sensor went, and get these babies off of here. So let's go ahead and loosen that. Well, if I grab me a little bungee strap, I could just bungee that over there out of the way when I take it off. I got a pretty good idea that this sucker ain't gonna bust loose anyways. Let's try that first and see if it'll even come off. How's that sound? That's a 21. There we go. So we're going to take the whole caliper off first. There's 4 bolts. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Y'all see those? Yeah, 1, 2, and then down here at the bottom there's 2 more right here that we're going to take off, and that lets the whole thing come off of there. Then we can get the rotor off, and then we'll put it back on, and then we'll take these 2 off to get the calipers off. So let's see if those will bust loose. I doubt they will. All right, you're right in the way. Let's go ahead and unplug that before we tear it up. How do you, that come loose there? How does that guy come loose? Can't see in here, guys. I ain't got no light. I'm a total eclipse of the heart. Well, let's see here. What's got you held on? That just a zip tie of some kind? Looks like it, yeah. Or is that pushing there? Who knows? We can probably move that out of the way enough. I'm probably not going to try to replace that if I ain't got to. Well, that did come out of there. There's that one. Let's get this one on the bottom down here. All right, we got two out. I'm going to try that one. I'm going to put this little guy right here on there. Probably going to lose too much power from the impact to it to make it work, but man, it would work better if it did. Get in there. It would sure work better if it did, but it wouldn't do it on the other side. No reason that needs to be in there that tight. No reason at all. Don't y'all agree that there's no reason that needs to be that tight? That even a impact like that won't bust it off? There it goes. We just weren't on it good. It's amazing how much power you lose between when you start putting extensions and stuff like that on there. Alright, now then, this guy's fixing to come plumb off. What would have been real nice is if I'd have got me something to hang that from right up here. Oh, that goes in there and plugs in somewhere. Yeah, that's just a zip tie. Yeah, I need something to hold that right there. Let me go grab a... Don't go nowhere, thing. Let me go grab a bungee cord. Alright. I got this little hooter dooter.
What are you doing?
Working on my truck.
What's wrong with it?
Brakes. Brakes are out. Get in there and hold on, thing. The muscle got here.
Muscle.
Why'd you set that plumb up there to open it?
Because I don't know the room down there.
Alright. This one is in good shape. That other one was wore smooth out. This one's in good shape, but I need to wait for something. I might set a trot line or something. Throw that out there. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna set no trot line out. I ain't gonna replace that little deal right there. This one's still got good pads on it all the way around.
See, it's heavy. What do I have to do to it?
Just hand it to me.
Okay.
It's got might be greasy, so if you.
It is. Lindsay couldn't have picked that up.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
You already did one of them?
Yep. So that slides right on. Whoop. The only thing you got to be certain of, guys and girls, is right here you've got 4 of these little holes around here. 2 of them are beveled, 2 of them are not. Like my screw is beveled, so I got to be sure that I put a beveled one in there, because this is what holds your rotor onto your pickup there. And we're going to tighten that baby up. Alright, so that thing wasn't super tight, so I'm not going to put it back on super tight, but I am going to put it on tight. So
I think I need new ones of those too.
the brakes?
Yeah.
So you're squealing
When I back up.
when you
You
back
don't
up?
hear me in the morning? Every time I leave in the morning, it's like...
Alright, got that on. Now it's time to put we're going to put our caliper back on. And then we're going to take the top of the calipers off so we can get to the brake pads. Alright. We ready?
I don't think you know what you're doing, but...
You don't?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing.
You're just joshing me, huh?
Yeah, you want me to throw this box away?
Come on now. Are you going to go back on for me? You can take it. Oh man, that went right back on. Perfecto. Now we're going to put this guy in lightly. Alright, Fred, you see those other black ones right down there? Hand me them. 1.
Only 3?
Yep, those 3. Alright. So we're going to put them all back in loosely for now. Just kind of start them. There we go. So this is a 5/8 right back here.
This is medium.
Alright, so we're going to take these off, hopefully. There's one. Get on this one down here. So when we take these off, this is pretty neat. I didn't realize this until I watched a YouTube video like y'all are doing. When you take these guys off, we're gonna, that's probably good enough. We're going to hook that right there again. Oh, let's do it this way. We're going to hook that back in there. Run that over there. And this guy comes right off there like that. Oh. Get in there now. Where's that hole at? Now then, see? Now we can get to our brake pads. They're just going to come right out of there, see? Watch this.
I thought you already changed that.
Huh?
I thought you already changed them.
I did one side. I got to do both sides. Oh, yeah. We got to...
Did you break it?
No, but we got to... I guess we do got to change that thing. But it's not going to know where we're at.
Don't break your pickup.
So, what was that doing?
That deal right there.
I wonder what that was doing. Think that was over there like that?
I don't know, it's hard to tell.
So this little guy is what, you see this, Fred? You see how it's ground down?
Yeah.
So what this guy does, y'all, is it grinds down as you're with your pad, and then that tells your pickup if how much of your brake pads are left.
Okay.
That side over there was completely gone.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, and my pickup's saying it's 30%, but this is what's part of that 30%. So, whoa!
That's not good.
Come here, you. Weird thing, get in right there. Get in there and hold on. So we are going to have to replace it, guys. So I finally got this new sensor put on. There's a booger to get that thing out. But I finally got it snapped back in. We got the other pad out, and you can see it's about gone. Do you see one that says, this is the inner? No. Yes, this is the inner one that I just took out. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, it shaved all that off?
Yeah, well, this is the outer one.
So we need the outer?
This is the outer. But still, is that right? No. That was on there like that.
Sorry,
this is going to go on there like that. Yeah, so here we go. So yeah, that's what...
It looked like that at one point?
Yeah, so...
Oh my gosh.
Here you can see, guys, this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what this one looks like. So it's pretty well gone, too. So right here in this little notch is where this little guy snaps in. So we're going to go back around through here. And then this will snap right in there. You see, Fred?
Yep. Hold on. Come over there.
Now then, as that wears down, it starts to grind into that sensor and say, hey, your brake pads are starting to go. So, all right, we got that one ready to put in, and we're going to put it in right here.
It's green because it's organic, huh?
Because it's organic, yeah. What that's supposed to do is let that let that brake pad slide back and forth in there so that it can push it away from the caliper. You got the other pad over yonder?
Over yonder.
Over yonder. Over yonder.
What are all these little clips for?
They give you new ones, but no one knows.
They give you brand new ones, and you choose to not use them and use these
Old
old
ones
crappy.
ain't broke. These say outer and inner, so this is the outer left-hand side. So you can't really screw it up.
Probably could.
Not even me.
I probably could. Oh, that was easy.
Just like that, it's in, huh?
Boom.
Now, this is the funnest part. Collapsing your calipers here. And,
Collapsing your caliper.
well, yeah, you got to get these two guys right here to go in so that you can get it over this. See what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Well, we're going to see. Hand me that clamp right there. And is there a big black one around here somewhere? You see a black and yellow one? Maybe it's on the other side.
Look at those.
Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unhook this thing, get it off of here.
Does it look like that?
Yeah, kind of.
You already used it there once?
Yep. It might be laying on the floor right there. It ain't laying on the floor right over there? On that side over there?
Oh. Yeah, I was looking at it.
Okay. They make a special tool for this, but I don't got it.
Oh. What are you doing? Oh, you're collapsing them?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these in, you see, and then it makes this opening wider so that it'll slide over these brake pads.
Okay. Comprende.
You comprendi?
I comprende.
All right. All right, which way did that come off of there? Like that?
That looks right. I have no idea, but it looks right.
Now then that guy went on right there. Then we're gonna push that in and then boom, see?
Boom!
We're on.
You just gotta bolt it on now, though. Huh?
Now we just take these two little bolts right here. Get on there and stick on something. Too much dirt.
Too much dirt.
Too much dirt. Hard for your hand. Looky there. That one's on.
It's on.
And this guy's gonna go in right here. right there. I'm going to tighten her up.
Couldn't be easier.
So, do you guys do your own maintenance like this, or do you hire it done?
Just so you know, if you ever tell me you can't do it, I'm gonna hire it done.
What do you mean?
I'm not doing my own maintenance.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You're going to do it. You just said you needed to do a brake job on your car.
Yes, but you can do that. I meant you can do a great job on my car.
I meant I can help you.
Oh. I mean, I guess that could work too.
Alright, so we got that on. We're going to leave that off for just a second and tighten these guys up. Won't you crank the pickup and see if you can turn it to the right anymore? So there you have it, guys. That's how you do a little quick rotor and pads on your old 3/4 ton Chevrolet pickup on the front. Don't do anything I did in this video because I'm not a mechanic. And
Don't actually listen to them.
none of it's probably right. So,
I mean, you have a new brake on the thing. It says new brake pads detected. Do you want to reset them? So
Yeah.
you had to have done something right.
oh, so at least it did. The sensor's working.
You
So,
did something right.
We did something right. That's cool. But, all right. Well, let's put the tire back on, I guess.
Golly, your tire's way heavier than mine. Why don't it sit straight?
What do you mean? Why don't it sit? What do you mean? Why don't it sit straight?
It sits crooked.
Crooked? It's crooked.
There's a cacti in there.
Did you just say cacti?
Yep.
You ain't my daughter.
Don't touch.
We don't say that.
Oh, you can't touch your tire. There's so many cactuses.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, thanks for joining us. Let me know what I did wrong. 'Cause I'm sure there's something. I'm probably not going to follow your advice. I might if it's valid, but some of you are just going to say something silly, and that's the way it goes. But until next time, y'all keep ranching, wrenching, and praying. Check out Gear Wrench. I love them. They're awesome.
Oh my God.
See y'all later.